Hello, Coach Carmen here from the Happy Balanced Life. And today I wanted to come on to talk to you guys about inflammation. So what is inflammation, you may be asking yourself? Well, inflammation is really part of the body's defense mechanism. It's a process for which the immune system sort of recognizes that there's something foreign or harmful in your body, and it begins a healing process. And inflammation can be acute or chronic. For most people, and most common reasons for inflammation can come from either an autoimmune disorder like lupus, for example. It could also come from, something in the environment like toxins, pollution, or industrial chemicals. And if it's untreated, it just becomes worse. So, it could come from infection and injury as well. So I wanted to talk about this because I think that there's the words being thrown around a lot. A lot of people don't know what that means, but there is an opportunity for you to sort of help yourself, if you will, by the way that you eat and the way that you care for yourself. So there have been a lot of studies about inflammation, and what it shows is that food and beverage could actually have anti-inflammatory effects. So some foods that worsen inflammation are, and these are the same ones as for all diseases, right, that we hear often: refined carbohydrates, breads, pastas, pastries, fried foods as well, soda and sugary drinks, red meat, steaks, burgers, processed hot dogs, or processed meats, I should say, margarines, lard, things like that. Those are all going to make your situation worse because they have a negative effect, if you will, on the body. The things that it affects, well, unfortunately, many major diseases are plagued because of different reasons, but these foods don't help. So if you think about cancer, diabetes, arthritis, depression, Alzheimer's, they've all been linked to some type of chronic inflammation. And so this is why it's important that we care for ourselves. Here's the positive news, though. There is some really good anti-inflammatory foods that you can eat to help yourself with that process, okay? So let's talk about what those are. There's a very extensive list, so I just want to keep it short and give you some of the ones off the top of my head. But for example, tomatoes are a really good anti-inflammatory food. Green leafy vegetables like kale or spinach, collard greens, other vegetables like zucchini and carrots and asparagus and bok choy, all really good choices. Herbs, garlic, onions, turmeric, dill. These are things that you can cook with, especially fresh, that are going to help you with your health as well. Some healthy fats like nuts, almonds, macadamia, walnuts, pecans, all really good for you. Fatty fish like salmon, excellent. Mackerel, tuna, sardines. And by the way, these are all foods that are good for this, but you have to also pay attention to mercury. So you want to make sure that you're not eating too much fish either. Everything's a balance. Fruits, right? Fruits and vegetables, strawberries, blueberries, melon, cherries, oranges, all really, really good. And some beverages that you can enjoy as well. You want to obviously drink a lot of water, always. And you also can enjoy teas, a lot of good teas like green tea and black tea, white tea. You can enjoy golden milk, which is one of my favorites. It's made with almond milk and coconut milk usually. And it also has turmeric in it and cinnamon and pepper. So a really interesting mix, but it's really flavorful and good for you. And of course, wine sparingly, especially red wine. You want to have that. If you're going to have wine, have the red wine and have it sparingly. So on top of that, you can have some grains, like I would say like brown rice, buckwheat, barley, things like that. And honestly, there's an entire extensive list that you can find online of all the anti-inflammatory foods that you can have. I would do a search and find things that you enjoy and just start incorporating those into your meals. I like to tell folks that when we make changes that are too radical or crazy, we won't stick to it. But if you find healthy vegetables, fruits, beverages that you enjoy, and you start incorporating those into your everyday diet, you will be successful. It's easier that way. If I tell you to eat asparagus and you do not like asparagus, the chances that you're going to stick to it are very slim. But if you find the list and then figure out what you really enjoy, you will be successful because you're eating things that you enjoy and you're going to start feeling better right away. All right, it was great talking to you all. Let me know if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And as always, my goal is to help you to live a happy, balanced life. Stay blessed.